In this video, we'll look at bar charts. In the previous lecture, we are learning the three different ways to describe the categorical data: frequency distribution, relative frequency distribution, percent frequency distribution. All three will reflect the similar information and the presentation are similar. Now we are looking at another chart called bar chart. A bar chart is a graphical display for depicting quantitative data. So the frequency distribution is a tabular way to depicting qualitative or categorical data. But the bar chart is a graphical display. So you can think about the bar chart you've seen before. So it's more colorful. On one axis, usually the horizontal axis, we specify the labels that are used for each of the classes. So think about the ranking GPA on your Econ 220 class. So each country will be this name will be used to label the horizontal axis, such as U.S., Japan, China, Africa, and etc. So all those names are used to name the horizontal axis. A frequency, relative frequency, or percent frequency scale can be used for the other axis. So the vertical axis will be used to we'll use the frequency, relative frequency, or percent frequency to label it. So which means the horizontal axis is labeled by the names. The vertical axis is labeled by the numbers. Using the bar of fixed width drawn above each class label, we extend the height appropriately. So for each category, the width are the same, but the height is appropriate to the frequency, relative frequency, or percent frequency. So the bars are separated to emphasize the fact that each class is separate categories. So now there is a very important characteristic for bar chart. That is, between each bars there is a gap. So let's look at an example. So do you remember the Miranda inequality rating question? So we convert the frequency distribution to this kind of the bar chart. So for one thing, you can see it's very colorful. For the second, you can see the horizontal axis here is labeled by the different category of the quality: poor, below average, average, above average, excellent. And how about the vertical axis? So the vertical axis is labeled by the frequency, so there are numbers. And so you can see we have 5 bars here. So if you're looking at the bars, so each bar, the width are the same, right? But the height are different. If you still remember in the previous lecture, you will remember most of the customer rate the Miranda in with the average, above average quality. And how do you decide the height? The height is proportional to the frequency. And the third characteristic for the bars you can find is between each bar there is a gap. So the bar are not next to each other. Instead of next to each other, there is a big gap between each bar. So those are the characteristics for the bar chart. So in the next video, we'll learn how to use Excel to create a bar chart using the hotel quality data set.